Position in the center. Beautifully done.
Yo guys, no bet winner, no entry.
Sports fans out there, are you ready? It's a beautiful evening and welcome to tonight's game. The lady shows up and she's been denied. Oh no. But wait, she's back with bet winner. Wait. Oh, what a beautiful pass. And it's a
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years, and gaming can be addictive.
Me did the young antechwa and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come bushing for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye map him tap send. Intienne also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come bushing for Ghana for na tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Everybody check now. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level for check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Alright, so it looks like Ghana is really having some issues somewhere, Tema Ashaiman area. And as it stands now, issues are not too clear. But all that we are seeing in the media space is that some civilians or some residents in the area are not taking things lightly at all. Yeah, Vimium. Yeah, Fium. Police feel rough. But let me say thanks to a gentleman online who sent me a message some time ago. But I don't know why people are, I suspect he's even the one calling me because I sent him my number to call me right now. I don't know why when issues of this nature happen, people think that a journalist is the first person to report to. So a soldier, or better still, a military man dies and the gentleman felt, someone is dead and I have to tell you. At that time, I felt it was bigger than me. So I said, tag Ghana police. Not knowing the process was still ongoing for some issues to happen. As it stands now, the soldiers or the military men are out there in the open. And they are seeking for revenge against their dead colleague. Chabu, what's your yes wrong?
It's a bad... It's a bad thing to happen in any country. I mean, this is a warning sign for civil wars and other things. When civil wars or when a place will degenerate, this is how it starts. I mean, anybody who has followed the Boko Haram of Nigeria will know this. I mean, this is how it starts. people will not be. They will feel some form of injustice by the establishment. This one including the police and the military. And some people who think that no, they shouldn't stand for that will start forming a group. This thing that has happened, well, the military they should just put their ears on the ground, or the police people should do that. They will by all means form a group. 1 or 2 criminals will form a group because now they have reasons to do that. The only thing that is preventing them to maybe recruiting more people will be financial issues. So if we are not careful and we get somebody who also have their own motivation to finance them, before you realize we have Ashaiman militias or whatever willing to face whoever comes.
Oh, but they overpower them in a day.
At that time, the finance is there. So they will also get ammunition to fight.
Means at this stage,
at this stage,
no matter what group you form, you will be overcome.
At this stage, yes. But my point is that it will not just end at this stage. If we don't take care, if we don't behave well for people to support us, because what is going on? Some people at Ashaiman who are not military, who are not criminals, may even have sympathy to support the militia group, because the police people, military people are coming to beat me. So if they form militias and they will defend me, why not? So you will even get civilians who will support them and even give them money to also grow. They will buy weapons, they will get things like Boko Haram.
And the ISIS kind of
this is how it starts. Because those people that we have paid money to save us, you are the ones beating us. So if any other person comes and say that me there, I will not beat you, I will protect you, you are likely to get people to sympathize with them. So it's not a good sign. Like people hate the police, people hate the military for these reasons. And if you continue to do this, you give them more reasons to do the opposite. In fact, to also come at you hard. So something like this, I will not support it in any way. I think there's a better way to investigate and get the culprit and punish them. If you catch those who did this and punishing them, no one will say anything. But if you are now you say the issue has changed. It's not about who killed him. It's about who is getting the beating and who is beating who. Now even the guy who did whatever, yes, even the guy or the guys who did this, we don't know where they are, we don't know how to find them, but we are just beating people for nothing. I can't support this in any way. Like when I think about it, it's a chaos, recipe for disaster. It's the beginning of chaotic atmosphere in that area.
Well, it's unfortunate we have to start today's show this way, but when something concerns human beings, it concerns us as well. It can happen to us, can happen to you, it can happen to any other person. So we are just talking about the lessons to be picked in there. But today, interestingly, we have to also introduce a new voice, a new face, a new person here in the studio by the name Kobi Josvan. Kobi Josvan has been following more of our programs, contributing via text messages and calls, and I said, okay, let's welcome him here into our fold and see how best we can groom him to be a part of the Soto militia. And the Soto militia. And same way today we'll be having a topic discussing some of these things, how new pundits can become. Mr. Logic seems to be talking, and we'll be having that particular. Kobi, what do you also think about the Ashaiman happening? Ojen was saying.
First of all, media viewers, I don't support the act. Looking at it, I would say two wrong can never be right.
Never.
So long as you're a military officer, that doesn't guarantee say so first of all, we should know better.
Okay.
The best thing is expected to be done. And moving forward, I'm sure there should be more education on the side of the residents and the military side.
Civilians, yes.
And the military people, you guys pass through training. So we expect you guys to know better. But
it's part of the training they're executing.
But
no, what I mean, the part of the training is what they're executing.
Sure.
Daddy, what I mean is, and so someone could be nam I got them. Omu yebi. Omu yebi.
But yes, I'm finding civilians now.
Yeah, trust any.
So, brass, I'm to say I think say both sides should know better. You who the air. But there have been so many occasions as I near Koso.
Okay.
Reference to late Major Captain Mahama.
Yeah.
Say the you who know it wasn't fair. Even if someone wrongs, Mama who say we should involve the police. If there is further investigation that is expected to be done.
Police number check. Very long. No, see, all these things will come about. We want to show you that it is the military you attacked. But all these things will be done.
The untouchables.
Then
you think America, if someone messes up with America right now, they will come for talks?
No, this thing will never happen in America. I would say
did,
never.
Did you hear what's his name? Former president, American president. What is his name?
Trump or
did you hear his latest? Have you heard his latest? No, Donald Trump. Have you heard his latest campaign?
Yeah, of course. That's why it's a
If
campaign.
he had been president, like those fighting
Russia,
is it like he silenced them?
But do you know what it means?
If I were president, I would have silenced.
But he will not. But even that, when he says that, he is not going to shoot anybody. Or he's not going to kill anybody. He will have his means to silence them, but not killing people.
You let's allow Kobe to finish. Kobe, finish. Sorry.
So to end up my submission, I think we should all know say two wrong can never be right.
Yeah.
So long as you're cool will be, that doesn't necessarily mean we should replace someone's life. But we should also know say life means a lot. So we should cherish the life. We shouldn't take issues granted and be using some reasons based on personal reasons and other misunderstanding to commit crime or maybe take people's lives. So I think it's not fair.
I think I agree. Professionally, I agree. Yes, Ro, let me also listen to you. What do you think about the Ashaiman happening?
That's sad. This is very, very sad. Me share whatever has happened and the repercussions that are like coming out of what has happened now. In the sense that I had to say Timemufon, which is the civilians, and the inactions or actions also from the military camp or the service personnel also, HSA, our institutions are almost useless.
How?
Okay, so in Timemufon, HSA in the sense that this is not the first time somebody of that nature has suffered this kind of fate. And those people, as we speak, are facing the consequences as we speak in a court of law. Whatever punishment that is supposed to go out to them are being done to them. And whether they were part of it or they weren't part, even at places now, we all saw the things that went on there. How would we sit down as a people to watch for it to get to this extent? Then when the other camp also decides to come in the same fashion and style, then we call them, say, hey, more you are supposed to know better. But meanwhile, you also is supposed to know better. Say, adie we see that. And these are the repercussions that came with it. And to say in
the late retired Mahama, did they beat the residents?
They stormed there and they caught some people before they were able to fish the corporate out. They stormed there. Almost say I don't put any man for so we na na your friend say no I don't come as well. You understand? So this is not the first time something like this is happening in this country. Into the two parties then and that same approach from the military, does it give results? Is it the right approach? If that is what we are saying, then what happens to the training and all the resources that are given to them for them to be able to get these kind of people? What happened to those if they are going to use their style and fashion to get the corporate of these your friends say this perpetuate? Yes, this perpetuates. How any not training resources no more with the technological way no more now mo beti media track amount for a proper investigation even than what the civilians can do, no? Because a civilian can tell you say out of maybe under duress or something can tell you say ya assume can tell you say Asumesi, how do you authenticate say it is true or not? Whoever you attack under any circumstance because you are trying to seek justice, the person know that one, you don't even know the psyche evaluation of that person. The person can just act in any manner, and you don't come and blame. Already, sir, your friend saying, a war between civilians and military fontem, and I say service personnel now quiet to say we mudi so unim say not long ago, apart from the military fighting the people of Omuye Galamsin, not long ago there were some videos being popping up online. Some civilians omuni police for their face it is the same fashion, and you see this kind of your friend is saying a subai we won so estampes and say real cause to do those things because the perception that you create is that these people don't like us, even though they exist because they are supposed to even come and protect us. When you go in this style and fashion, then it means at said the United angle. It's any obekanya the only kwanya ye ni ma na kwan bia ye befa so a ye di benya ye revenge and ye justice no, we will do it. In that sense, if the civilians also wake up one day and say oh obi ono because we no wa utwem bia obedi woto into your china say obi nso wo baabi no so say na adwen touch kakra na bia ne maami ana ne busuani bi mo de mo sakoka na. Do you think that person, for whatever reason that you and justice be our finding, do you think the person will have a genuine or benya odobia mamwana? And now to say yes I dey way to so the nimbia. Do you think he will have any sympathy for the person? No. Okay. Because on himself so nka hokra no mudi edi no. So say military no cause omo the style and fashion among. Then what indirectly they are trying to say is that the police investigators and whatever security apparatus we have in this country, that is why they are resorting to this, because we know say in the military rule this is the last resort. This is the last resort to it. That is if you exhaust all avenues now and far, and this one it is even used during conflict levels. So if you are doing this, then what are you trying to say?
Well, Stonebwoy has tweeted in the midst of all this. Stonebwoy has tweeted, and I've seen some photos of some of the residents who were told to walk, I'm sure with their hands on the floor, looking very, very dirty. It is not easy. Some photos here suggest that. Now, Stonebwoy's tweet says that it is 9 a.m. in New York, and I'm just waking up to the news of what is going on in my beloved Ashaiman. I unequivocally condemn all acts of violence and lawlessness, whether it relates to the brutalization of innocent civilians or unlawful killing of a member of the armed forces. May all those culpable be found out and made to face the law fully. And this is a typical political statement from Stonebwoy, not to support any of the sides, never to support Ashaiman or to support the military, but he's saying that the law should take its course, and that is what Stonebwoy is saying from his US base. He went there for a show. I hear his birthday was also celebrated for him whilst there, and this is the message that he's also sending out to those who are involved. Well, that was just by the way. Let's start the show now. S.FLEX is here. Roland Amate is in your shot. He's a blogger, and of course in Team Dodo Solomon, he is also here as our online manager, and also for your digital solutions you can always contact him. And Kobe Josvan is our first face for the year. I think the rest of the guys have been here, and this time around, this is our first person we are adding.
MC Kobe.
Oh, Kobe Bad is here.
Yeah, Kobe Bad is
oh, Kobe, sorry, newcomer, sir. Because what?
2023.
I see. So, Kobe, how do we know you? Let's know you better. Who is Kobe Josvan? Yeah. Oh. I see. I know, right? Oh. Kobe, so how do we know you? Let us know you. Who is Kobe Josvan?
I'm born Joshua Kofi Nyambio.
Bishop?
Joshua Kofi Nyambio. I'm widely known as Kobe Josvan.
Okay.
I'm a young blogger, promoter, social media influencer.
Okay.
And I also, should I say, a store assistant.
Okay.
Well.
At where?
Anointed Electricals Engineering Services.
Oh, okay. The generator people.
Yes, please.
Oh, Chai, we need one.
I will sort it.
We need a big one for our office.
You have no problem.
I see. At Odoko?
Yes, please. But I'm at where our factory is. That is Bawito
Base. Oh, okay, that's fine. Welcome. Here we share knowledge, we learn, and the people around the world love us for this. So you are welcome. Show the world, show them.
But
Yeah.
if you notice, he's working at Anointed Electric.
I know why Chavo is say that. Those who think pandits, they think pandits don't do anything. Wow. So I want to say thanks to your manager. The other day when S.FLEX called you, told me your manager permitted you at least for some days to come and do this. So big ups to whoever is in charge of. What's his name?
Okay, I have Mr. Komia.
Mr. Komia.
Yeah, technical manager. There.
Okay.
And I have Mr. Henry.
Mr. Henry. Yeah.
So I submit. I'm under him. So in case of anything,
I think very well. So
big ups to them.
yeah. So we will also publicize Anointed Electrical Engineering. It works like that. And to Digital Rasta Currency on camera, S.FLEX, editor, director of the show, and to you out there, thanks for supporting what we are doing. And I believe this will set the tone for us to start the show. Now, straight after mentioning Kobe Josban. Today, so in the morning, I was obviously trying to waste data, and I decided I was actually normally trying to waste data, so decided to watch some videos online, YouTube to be specific, and I happened to have chanced on this interview between Zion Felix and Mr. Logic. I said, oh wow, I would love to listen to this conversation. So I was following. In fact, I never knew my name was in there, honestly. And that's the good thing about learning. I never knew my name was in there. Yeah, I never knew. Like, I had no idea because the headline was about Mr. Logic saying, what's that? Maurice Ampao was a hypocrite for making him part of the Dr. or Mr. Chamaun to me issues. Yes, yes, he was a hypocrite and that he was speaking to him and even talking to him, did not tell him that this and blah, blah, blah. So, okay, let me watch. Watch from about 35 minutes ongoing. I heard my name. Hey, nobody told me someone has mentioned my name. Like, what happened? Normally, some people will come and tell me, I mean, this one said this, but this one, nobody told me about it. I said, okay, no problem.
I'm guessing it was a good thing about you. That's why.
Well, maybe that's how they considered it. I want to believe. I think you are right. But what he was saying is that he doesn't have a problem with me, but he's not happy with me. Like, these are two things that confuses me a little bit. I don't have a problem with him, but I'm not happy with him. What has he done? What he has done is that he allows young pundits in the name of grooming them to talk on programs. Instead of calling we the big or the experienced ones to come on the shows. I said, Mr. Logic, is that your only problem? Well, maybe you'll be confused. Let's go watch what he said exactly. And when I come back, I pick the views of my people, how they also understood what Mr. Logic is saying. Maybe I'm not getting something right, but logically, how they also understood what Mr. Logic was saying in the interview. Watch this. I'll be right back.
I was right. Is to say no. Sebi one. I was right. Is to say no. Sebi one can't inside but then get to be. We don't see you as a pandit or you not be heard. The question na say no. Bibi bar. So be loud, be negative, we cast something bad about that particular discussion.
Yeah.
Before he or she would gain the attention.
Attention, yes.
Should that be the case right now?
No, that shouldn't be the case. You should speak the truth. The truth will bring the attention. Okay. Because recently I shared online, one guy was just running them down like that for nothing. I think on Sammy's platform, and I think the issue is Sammy is my friend. One of the platforms that I used to go when I was invited to speak on industry issue was Sammy's platform.
Is that the phone?
It was from Plus FM.
Okay, yeah.
But before even Sammy called me, I was already in the media before even Sammy came into the media. So it wasn't say Sammy introduced me to the media. I was already on. I had already done radio, about 4 major radio shows successfully. Major radio spots, mid-morning and drive time shows, before Sammy even invited me to come and help. Okay. But since some people left Sammy on his various entertainment platforms, he has brought in some people. I think say, well, how I see it is say ogumium. Sammy mihuno. Says Sammy, he's grooming them, giving them the platform to speak, but they don't speak maturely to the brand Sammy has. And I'm saying this to Sammy, say you need to sit up. Maybe it's hard for Sammy to take his phone and call me, Mr. Logic, come and support me because of a few things.
Why do you have issues?
I don't have issues with him, but I'm not happy with him.
Why?
Oh, but I'm just not happy with him.
You're not happy with him?
Yeah, you may not be happy with people. Against your BB. ABR, you expected them to know better, and they are not knowing better. So you're just not happy with them, but only any problem. I talk to Sammy every day. We can talk. I even invited him to my unveiling at Holiday Inn where I was inviting the media people. But I'm not happy with him. I think I said go for no. Okay. So I think say he needs to. Well, I see say he is using the platform to groom them. That's why I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if Sammy wants to maintain his brand, he needs to start speaking to the major guys and getting them to come to his platform regardless. And still find a way to groom some of these young ones. Because he has worked very hard to allow some young people who want to speak or who want to follow this trade to be running down his platform. Because Ashaiman Akwanika fired them. Sammy was not supposed to.
Akwa is too harsh of a
Oh,
word.
it's a keyword. Guy, no, sorry. Guy, no, sorry. And then for the guy, no. I was expecting Sammy to ride there and rebuke the guy to stop him, but
I think I was even challenging him.
yeah, Sammy.
He tried to put him right.
But he laughed and then dropped off. I think Adam is too huge to allow somebody to ridicule his brand.
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy with Sammy at that point, but Sammy has worked a lot to allow certain young people who want to be in the pandit area to run down his brand this way. So grooming speak with experience. Okay. Hoping I wasn't happy with. But aside that, Sammy has a very good brand to
I would want us to.
All right, so that was a Mr. Logic interview with S.FLEX, and this is how he decided to see his problem with S.FLEX. He says he doesn't have any problem with S.FLEX, but he's not happy with Ro. How did you understand the logic in that interview?
That's why it's just like Chinese lyrics. He says, "In Kemofia you're fine. In Kemoko baby, she purchased that tolo later
trash."
I know we need to call him, but he's not happy with it.
How?
Right, I mean, this thing is understandable. In fact, coming from Mr. Logic, Emmanuel look some way, in the sense that I don't know how he expects to build the future of the industry he is even inside. If he feels, you bring in, first of all, analogy, I mean, starting free baby or no starting here. The analogy of him saying, a man will be free on channel. That is when you resort to bringing new faces on the platform. Because a man will be free on chain, which is definitely not true. Then Mr. Logic doesn't even know who S.FLEX is. Maybe he's worked with you. He's probably done so many things with you, but he doesn't know who you are. That is it. That is the first point. And the second point being that, okay, you recruiting these guys, they don't speak maturely, or probably they don't have in-depth knowledge in industry matters. It's also some way for me because this is a matter of public speaking, sharing your opinion, and also with your level of expertise. So definitely, with your most field or war, any may field that may want, probably we may not be in the same field, but we are still in the entertainment industry. So there are some things that generally, say general matters bar or beka, I may have a different opinion. It doesn't mean that chemo opinion is a baller. Maybe I would also say probably I can just sit down, analyze what he's saying, and if I feel I have a better opinion, I can also say just to counter whatever he's saying. And that is how it works. And the last one here, using the Derek Money analogy, I don't know the main way Eddie Bang. So I would want to challenge Mr. Logic, say maybe if this is not one of them things, for somebody who has received a lawsuit for almost the same action.
Oh gosh.
for almost the same action and paid the price.
Is that UTV paid for him?
What's it?
UTV paid for him.
In his name.
Yeah.
In his name.
Yeah.
They did not convict UTV. It was him. So whether your bomb or I don't know about you, for somebody who probably has like is known in that same fashion, to come and say, okay, if we don't allow probably some of these people to commit these mistakes, first of all, how do we even groom them like he's saying? Because he also said that he doesn't have a problem with you grooming people. Then I want to assume that he understands. Then we are building people for the future of this industry. And how do we build people if they don't commit such errors? Even if he feels this is an error, how do we groom them if they don't commit such errors or we don't give them this platform? Then Mr. Logic should not take any other artist, especially if the artist is unknown or the artist is underground. Because the brand Mr. Logic and the people he's worked with, the caliber of person he is as a composer, a songwriter, a singer, a music producer and all that, the kind of people he's worked with, he should not even go and recruit any.
I never thought about this, honestly.
Yes. Because it is the same thing.
All the things I wanted to say, this one never clicked.
Then he shouldn't go and recruit anybody at all because his brand and level is above them. And whatever platform that he gives them, maybe if they should mess up, it will come back to bite him. And if he can't take that risk, we are in this country when a top presenter said he wouldn't use his platform to groom people. Yet this same S.FLEX that he's saying he is not happy because he is bringing new faces to groom them, came for the same people S.FLEX has groomed. So I'm asking myself, okay, into grooming, that is what I'm saying. See, Mr. Logic, ne observation now, me it is his observation. I don't have any problem with it. But examples now, you should better ne points, you know. And mommy, yes, some way, mommy. And me last one, you see what he was complaining about. He was saying it's here more panditry, it is just like them they just want to say some things just to be controversial before they will trend. And he said that, and yes, more can be to be controversial. They should say the truth. Who determines what the truth is?
Okay, Corey. This is your welcome address because it is about you. In fact, you are the reason I brought this. What do you also think about what Mr. Logic is saying?
I think it's an interesting point. One way or the other, a Jew baby, a family will have many adjun.
Okay.
A family will have many adjun. It is a color only. If a color in here, there are a lot of mistakes over here. Both form, sorry, na papa and mamma, a church and a kakranka. So if he's saying, say, there shouldn't be a means for you to groom young talent, then what is the future of our industry? Because sometimes, if I'll be able to speak well, I'll be very outspoken, like there were some of the pundits that I watch them on TV, they've been doing. Unless I get a platform, then I challenge myself to bring the best out of me, and that is it. And I must say kudos to you. Because over these years, I started my blogging thing way back this year, 2017. Okay. That was when I started. I remember I used to write some article for KPFM by then. There were some occasions that I was even pleading with them for them to even invite me into their studio. So that even out of the ranting and other things, I learned out of it. But I couldn't get that opportunity. So imagine if today I get this opportunity, and I have to use this opportunity to better myself. And you have to use that same clause to fight against someone. Then you are not trying to be fair to anybody. Then you also have to consider, say, if that is the problem, then we shouldn't be talking about building a better industry. Because we are the young ones. And you are saying you have the ground, so those have the grounds need to better themselves. Now,
so we should call them the big ones. We should call them.
It's not always about the big ones. The young ones have to.
So I should find a way to call them.
And one way or the other, after watching
he
the
said
video,
that you should call the big ones and then you add the grooming ones.
After watching the video, it seems he has one way, misunderstanding be and what kind of issue be with you. One thing I've learned from you, the fact that Party A has a problem with Party B, that doesn't necessarily mean Party C can work with that same Party A or B.
That's not possible.
It is all about work, and it is all about we bettering ourselves. So if there's that opportunity, we all have to leverage on that opportunity and keep doing. And or can be to say maturity. Yeah, maturity. It starts from one level to the other. Obibe to me, but so when you're good mentoring, that person cannot mature. There've been a lot of people that they've been doing this pageantry, this pandit, this job for many years. But sometimes you TMA, I say they don't know what they are doing. Some don't even research at all. And one thing I like about you is that you go beyond the box. That is why I've always been challenging myself. Say, I want you to mentor me because I've seen something great in you. And I can even mention the likes of Roland. Anytime I watch that guy, he's not biased. I know he's one guy for Shatta, but when it comes to Shatta issue, if my man does it wrong, yeah. And sometimes say I didn't inform, so we have a way of communicating it. Me pain, you can go wrong, but how I will communicate it will make you challenge yourself. So, akolana sema wakanya sasem. But say if you can't try, sometimes into one way or the other, I will say he's entitled to his opinion. Baby, and we the young ones we will learn from them. But that doesn't guarantee say there shouldn't be a medium for we the young ones to grow because we are the futures.
I see. All right, Chabo, come through from there.
Yeah, I shouldn't go there, but I'll go here. I'll still go there. He's using the police logic on the Ashaiman people. The same thing. That's what the military people. Yeah, the logic that military people they are using to beat the Ashaiman people. That's the same thing Mr. Logic is using to tell you that he's not happy with you. It's simple. There was an incident, and he feels that based on that. He should say that he's not happy with you, and the reason is that that guy said something about Adam that is not so fair, and because you couldn't, according to him, stop him from saying that thing, then you don't have to groom anybody, or at least let the groomers be small and then increase the so-called established ones. I don't know why he should even think like that, and my reason is that the things that we say in the industry is not just about what is happening in the industry. It's also about life. It's also about how we interact with people, how we move with people. So you don't just talk about only music or whatever you want to go, like entertainment stuff. No, that's the major thing. But even within the music and those who are doing the music, they are human beings. They talk. And in fact, the things that we talk about, mostly is not about the music.
Yeah.
It's about how they are interacting with people, how they are living their lives. So why do you want to feel that because you do music, you write music, you are an expert to talk about somebody's life who is also doing music? It doesn't work like that. So I will hesitate to say that I'm an entertainment media expert, but I can be specific about what I am an expert in.
Yeah.
But so when it comes to talking about issues, don't be so quick to say that because you have been on platform for so long, you deserve that opportunity to talk about. Those who haven't been there shouldn't talk. No, there are some people out there who can say things that they will even get a lot of people to side with them than you are watching a platform this channel. But those people, they are not getting the opportunity, as Kobe said. Time are now always for no crowd. And sometimes that's where people will give it to you, or they will say that you are good. When you are outside your media job and you have conversation with people, you pick what they are saying and say that no, I think you can talk. That's the trick.
Yeah.
I think based on the way you say your things, you know you have to be on TV or something or on radio. That's how you do it. So it's not like you want to groom people, so you pick anybody at all.
Never.
Yeah. So Mr. Logic should know those things and not just come out and say because of what that guy said. And even that one, he was talking about the truth. And the guy also said that he's talking.
That's his truth.
That's his truth. So how does he, Mr. Logic,
reconcile people should speak
the truth?
Yeah. And also what can it
truth? Truth. Yeah. What can you answer? I want to say Enyema Obi. It's about reconciling. Say, yeah, I get where he's coming from, and he's coming from that military logic now. Like BBS inti yem punish obi and I can obi ntumuni who say ankoyi eno antia say obi akokan bibia anyende Sammy wo ho anya ho hwenti no yem punish Sammy for the obi kan be that kind of stuff and it happened. So apart from that, yes, he is entitled to his opinion, and his strategy according to him will be that call the established ones and add one or two of the new guys in there instead of sometimes using only new people to speak and all that. I disagree with him.
But what does he mean by established and new? Because the fact that Roland has not been on Peace FM or Entertainment Review or UTV or HFM does not mean that Roland just started following this job today.
Exactly.
He has worked on this job, sir.
So for them, the established ones are the ones that we normally or mostly see them on TV, on TV, on radio, talking about issues and all that. So the new ones will be the one who just came. I mean, me for instance, if it were the way you pushed me, I wouldn't be here. That's why even at this time, I don't go on platforms. I don't see the need. But with you, I think yes, you have pushed me, and the way I work with you, why not let me also get in and do whatever I can do. That's what it is. So you can't just.
So imagine maybe someone will sit somewhere, listen to you talk, and feel like Chemo just came. Meanwhile,
your
expertise in your area.
S.FLEX at the Roman or human.
What Chemo said, he took the advice of what Chemo
said. And you know, if anything at all, they should be praising you rather than just one incident trying to say that because of that change your ways. No, I would say continue your ways is the best.
We will do it now. We understand it. As a matter of fact,
let me add this one. I think what Mr. Logic, I just want to think the other side for like just trying to make meaning of what he said. Is maybe he should have said it this way. Like the people that usually get the opportunity, most of them should also hold that opportunity in high esteem, and do not downplay it. Because yes, when we want to generalize this thing and move it out of S.FLEX, yes, we've seen some other people, some probably new faces, if that's how I should put it, on certain platforms, and most of them have been very shambolic or appalling. So maybe if we want to generalize this conversation, then his advice should rather be, okay, it is not about people giving you the opportunity, but it is about you also making something meaningful out of those opportunities. If that is how the advice came, I'm not sure any of us would have a problem, because this is a legit advice that anybody, even the established ones that he's saying, needs some of these advice. Because you can't also be complacent and say, oh, the fact that you appear on certain big platforms, you can also relax and not research or probably
be there forever.
Yes, or even educate yourself or abreast yourself with happenings in the system and say, oh, because I am a veteran, do you know how many years from cassette CD days? So I can just sit down, and when we are doing stuff online, I'll just bring cassette knowledge or analog knowledge to come and contribute. So the advice should be people should learn and get abreast with the system and utilize the opportunities they have.
Well, I think one of the things that I would even want to add is that, you see, sometimes we don't want to look like we can also be diverse in what we are doing. So, for instance, if Mr. Logic, Bulldog, another Samuel Beidu, Who again can I add to this squad? A plus and co. If they are on these same platforms, then it means we are not going to have variety of platforms to listen to. But now, look at the number of entertainment programs we have. Look at the number of entertainment discussion platforms we have, both radio, TV, and even online. Look at the number. So imagine it is Mr. Logic, A, B, C, D. Why would I listen to why would I watch UTV and come back because today, one of the topics I'm sure was discussed over the weekend was Hajia for Real's press release. They have spoken. Why would someone come here to listen to the same thing you want to say?
On different platforms.
Exactly.
Same topic running out.
But today someone want to listen to what Chemo will say, what Kobe Josman will say, and what Roland will say. And that is what makes it even beautiful. So yes, Mr. Logic, I get your opinion. But the fact that someone goofed does not mean that everybody who is going through this cannot make it. At least we know how some people started. They grew from this platform. And you see, I was so happy when he said, I called him. You see, at that time, I called him with the same people. At that time, Arnold Elevator Mensah. Where was he also doing? If he thought he was doing it, where was Arnold also doing it? Many people who were doing it, where were they doing it? It was that platform they all honed their skills for this panditry thing. But now, look, most of them scattered all over. So yes, Mr. Logic, and I think I loved your point too. Mr. Logic, if you are talking about this and that, then you should also be working with only Shatta, Wale, Stonebwoy, Sammy, and Sarkodie, and none. But in the same interview, he was talking about a new artist he's bringing from Obuasi called Gypsy or Tipsy or something like that. The same interview. Yeah, he was talking. And for the past years, look back at how many artists Mr. Logic has brought up.
Exactly.
For the past years, let's look back.
If not for anything at all, even the small success of the late Vibrant Fire self, it's even something that Mr. Logic should have even thought of before making such a statement.
Well, it happens during interviews.
The statement came from the fact that somebody grouped on your platform. I mean, it's so clear. That is it. Like, according to him, the person spoke his truth, but it wasn't. He shouldn't have. That's
well, that is just by the way. Now let's move on to Hajia for Real's matters. Somewhere last week or last weekend, the story started coming up online. In fact, it started with people who were putting out information that Hajia for Real, aka Mona, had been sentenced to a 10-year jail term, and they also added that her daughter has been taken away from her, and they have transported her to the US of A, where she is now living. Like, so many issues dropping here and there. You see on blogs, social media, real internet platforms, as in websites, platforms, they were all writing about Hajia for Real getting 10-year jail term. So when information came out, really, it was discovered that no, Hajia for Real had not been sentenced to any 10 years jail. The daughter has not been extradited. No, that cannot be extradition. The daughter has not been sent to America or any other thing like that. And it has pushed the company handling Hajia for Real to release a statement. Rich, if you have the statement, let's read it and maybe ask my people what they also think about this statement. Why now? Why are the people behind Hajia for Real releasing this statement now? Why have they not even described what happened to him? Because what happened to her? Because something happened. Of course. What has happened to her? They are not talking about that. But they are quick to talk about those who are saying or alleging that Hajia for Real has been sentenced to a 10-year jail term. What is happening to her? Let's read this story, then maybe you try to find out some answers. So this is the press release. It was put out last week. And it says, false report of Mona False Montrage, Hajia for Real, conviction and 10-year jail sentence in the US. And it says, our attention has been drawn to publications making rounds on social media and news portals of the conviction and 10-year jail sentence of Mona False Montrage and the current detention of her daughter by the US authorities. We would like to state categorically that the said reports are false. Now, these are the facts. Number one, Mona is currently in the UK. Number two, she has neither been put on trial nor convicted in the UK or US. Number 3, Mona's daughter is neither in the hands of the US authorities nor restricted in any way. She is with Mona's family. Now, the last sentence says, we advise the general public to disregard all such rumors and respect the privacy of Mona and her family. And it was signed by Mona For Real Limited. That is the management handling her business. Mona For Real Limited. They signed this deal. So many questions. After Ghana Music Awards UK, we all heard some of these things. Hajia For Real has been arrested. Hajia For Real was called into a plane. Hajia For Real was this. In fact, some are even saying that as it stands now, Hajia For Real is supposed to be observing house arrest. That is what some people are saying. That she's supposed to be observing house arrest and that there is a certain tracker or identity chain on her leg and that everywhere she goes, they are able to track her. All these ones, Hajia For Real Limited management, they have not said, oh, it is not true, there is no tracker on her. It is not true that she has been arrested. They have not said anything. But when people started saying she has been jailed 10 years, they brought this report. Now, does this report satisfy everything that is around the case? Let me start with Kobe just on this one.
Same way,
okay.
First of all, Besha industry like the media. I'm say asemba ya mumenya botre kakra. Sometimes ya pray one seminar to do.
Okay.
We can say, and I'm a blogger. I must say some of the bloggers and so I don't know if because of traffic.
Did you also blog the 10-year jail?
No.
You did not. Okay.
Because I've been following some kind of platforms and they are very conscious the kind of stuff that they post. So I'm not always quick posting, but I always want to find out beyond that. We have some bloggers were, in a hurry to post just to attract more traffic on their blogs and their platforms. And you're fine. And secondly, too, I'm saying the PR system too, they have to work on it. Because I remember one guy from Hajia's team had conducted an interview and looking at.
Are we even saying he's from Hajia's team?
Because I heard that guy.
GH Hyper.
Yes. And
associated with Hajia,
okay.
Not an official team member. Yeah.
Okay. So I stand to be corrected.
Yeah. That's
and looking at the kind of info that or the quabont, I said he wasn't sure. Obia or straight sign interview I can state emphatically say I say Obia or per se on you're sure of what he's saying, but he just want to say something out there. And that's it. So the PR system should more or less they should work on that. And I have to say almost all musicians should work on their PR system. It's very important.
Blogger for Hajia For Real.
Wow, okay. So
but he is not part of Hajia For Real Limited.
Because me personally, a lot of news regarding to Hajia For Real, I get it from him. And I'm sure if there's something as such, there should be some kind of readiness, more or less conscious, prepare when it comes to whatever that they are putting out there. Because Senior Roland Becker,
yeah.
And we will get some people that they will start from line by line, analyze whatever that you are sending out there. And someone sending Sisisua from the writing, you will see. It's quite unfortunate when we see these things, no. But since I'm so bad, they should be quick to address the general public because she's a brand and and so people are looking up to her and the followers are equally finding out what is happening to their their stars. So I'm sure if they were kind of good, communicate out there, we would have done a lot of good than the harm that has caused. But all being the same, we should be careful and mindful of the kind of stuff that we post out there. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Chamo, you can continue from there.
Yeah. So when something like this happen and you give room for speculation, I bet you people will run with it.
Yeah, people will speculate hard.
Yeah. They will run with it because that thing gives more traffic than even the real story. So if you want to kill any kind of speculation at all, the best way is to find a way to say what you think people should
lead the narrative, like they say.
Exactly. Because there are so many things wrong with the release that they did. In fact, I don't even believe the other story, the 10-year jail term. I don't believe it because it was also scanty. I mean, if a story like that is coming out, they will give some specifics.
Yeah.
Why she has been jailed. Like maybe it's because of this, because of that. The court or the place that she was jailed, I didn't come. Like it was so scanty. So some people will see that no, this one
it can't be true.
It can't be true. Even if it is true, whoever is reporting it is not reporting the right thing. And it was also difficult to follow up and to verify that.
Because you don't even know who to talk to about this.
To verify it. So obviously, some people will see that no, this can't be true. But unfortunately for them, others may also believe it. Regardless of how ridiculous it sounds, people will still believe it. So that's why you have to come out and say what you think people should know. But if you also come out and say things that will make people doubt you, then they will be giving more attention to the first one. I don't know any law especially when the child is not even in that jurisdiction. It doesn't happen anywhere. Say jelu or America now or Ghana and ya babe fan ko America say one say unlike it doesn't work like that.
For social welfare to take care of her.
Yeah, but is she a citizen? What is it like?
I hear she's a citizen.
Okay,
but
so
the story would have to.
So before you even take her, no, who is taking care of her? And social welfare. They will look at that. Say baby, I cry no one on your better care. Why will you come and take the child to social welfare? It doesn't work like that. Even them, they are reasonable. They will do investigation. Look at where the child is staying, who the child is with, how are they treating the child. If it is not good enough, that's where they may even make a case to take the child. And you can say you're jailu mom into also. Yeah, and when those details missing, me tell story no, I didn't pay attention because I see say no, this can't this can't be true. Even if there's something like that coming out, this is not the real story. Maybe later the real one will come. It's ana mimi hunu. But no damage control no ma be no de they are say enema. Osha no website bi also. Me was say money can wasem. And I mean me try say me there's nothing like that there. monaforrealghana.com.
Some website be a shrink so.
In fact, website in the crying you. A mampo no one say e be a wo bad.
You are an imponio.
Oh Google I ma shema. Oh, and you know why do you want to do something like that? Why? And the name Mona for Real Limited. Some way kakra.
Why is it some way kakra?
Mona for Real Limited say.
Medina, they are to company.
Well, anyway, a company name. well, I think they are in a better position to direct the narrative or direct what is happening. They are in so better position because and some na ye can't find no. Those who are saying it, they don't say it so well, even if it is true. And you know they have given room for
so much speculation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So much speculation.
Yeah.
Too much.
And they are not doing a good job. Whoever is in charge of the management team, they should tell him to come back again. Like he should do proper thing. He should work with others so that they can come out, give facts. Because the thing that they put out there, the question that I was asking, she's in which part of UK? Why is she there? If nothing has happened to her, why is she
going as snipers?
Why is she there? What is she doing there? We know her as a musician. We know her as very influential on our social media platform. She's not doing those things again. Why? People will ask questions. Why is she not doing it? So if there's anything at all going on and you want people to know just a bit of it, just say that one. just give something small. Be truth. A man for being oh, okay, this is true. For instance, maybe she's under investigation, so she can't travel to Ghana. That's why she's still in UK. But nothing serious has happened to her. People will understand it. People will take that one.
Yes. And again, they understand that all things might not be
well. Yes. But Uber can say, oh, she's okay, nothing has happened to her, she's living her life. Now, Oma Shadama na be video bia, or your video ni mukra na, or you su VAR, or Huniama. Like, no, you.
Check it.
So they are not playing the thing well. They are not doing the good job. And I think if they can't do it well, like the way they are doing it now, it's better they just keep quiet for people to run with the rumors, because some people will not believe it anyway. The rumor that came that they have taken her child and the 10-year jail sentence without any detail, I didn't believe it. Even if it is true, the way it came out wasn't good enough. So they should rather let that go for some people to doubt than to come out and say this, which will push people to go to the other side. Like some people may not even believe it, but PR work we are and a better because we move control. That kind of thing. So I think the management they should sit up and do something better than what they are doing. It's not going well for Mona at all.
Okay, Ro, speak on this finally. And let's run away.
I don't want to say the management of Mona for real is not serious. So I will say
when you say you don't want to say it.
Yes. So I don't want to say they are not serious. So what I will say instead is that I don't believe this press statement is coming from them.
Oh, it is coming from them.
Then they are not serious.
It's coming from them because I think.
Do you know what?
I saw JH Hyper even shared the same.
You know why I'm doubting? Who has confirmed whatever rumor ever since this thing happened? Who has confirmed that Mona for real has been arrested?
Oh, nobody has really confirmed, but what everybody knows is that something is not right.
Okay, so hasn't she herself come online on several occasions ever since this whole thing started?
To say what?
She's come on live.
Yeah.
People have asked her whatever is going on. I remember during one of her live sessions, even on TikTok, she said, oh, she's okay. She's living with a friend. She's fine. Everything is going on well. Her daughter, people should just calm down. She will be back to Ghana soon. That has been her statement. So what is this up and now? And you see, you are talking about GH Hyper posting or whoever posting. Mona for real's official page, she comes online to post videos and pictures about herself. Even Val's Day, when somebody surprised her, she posted that thing. So a rumor that will be detrimental to her brand, she will not post that press statement on her social media page. And you want me to believe that somebody else is posting? Come on. In this modern day and age when people can just cook up stuff and just post online. Oh, I don't believe this is coming from them. Because you see, Chemo, if this is coming from Mona for real, from how she's been able to communicate ever since this whole thing started, that's what I'm saying. I will be very disappointed and call them on serious if this press statement is indeed coming from them. Then what is happening? No, what happened?
It is coming from them.
No, what happened to their official pages? What happened to them? Because there's even a post of the page advertising a food, a friend is saying, a food company.
But is it a for real page?
Yes.
Because now some people can open.
Oh, Mona for real. The only active page Mona for real is on Instagram. Instagram Mona for real. A verified one. Hajia for real. This is it. Mona Montrage. The first, she has 3 pinned posts at the top. Shatta, Wale, one with Stonebwoy and herself. The other one is with in the tall towers, The next one is a food.
That's the London Bridge.
Yes, London Bridge. Where food company. Then the video now, Chemo say VAR room no. Just at the London Bridge now. These are the videos, and these are just recent videos. These are just recent videos from 25th February. Her last post was when? 1 week ago. Here is it. 1 week ago. Basami. So what are we saying? That Mona For Real, 28 February. Mona For Real cannot communicate.
That's when they are doing
the food. Your friend is saying, and this thing is even in Ghana. She's advertising this thing in Ghana. So you want to say that Mona For Real, a man for a speculative rumor, a bit detrimental to her brand, and when she wants to release a press statement or responder or corresponding will be paid. So then it is highly unprofessional. This is high level of unseriousness. And besides, management information no more to press statements in the zone. You can't reach out to any of these things. There is no number, there is no name. The only thing you see is Mona For Real GH, Mona For Real what, Mona For Real that, and that you can't have access to. So if you want to communicate something, page, official page, because that is the only source. Man for betting use with the authenticate whatever rumor they are finding outside or they are seeing outside.
But there is something you guys did not touch. As in, I did not see any of you guys come out clearly to condemn the actions of those who were also putting out rumors that she has been jailed 10 years. Because, of course, she is a public person, we understand. But where she is minding her business. Until we started publishing. In fact, there was a particular day that was everywhere.
It was me. You remember I was just drawing attention to post. I'm out for posting. Bang, 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 bang.
And you guys did not condemn that.
Me. See, now you trying to condemn those acts. One show, it will be just like you fighting the win. Oh yeah, and especially if you just leave everything to chance, or you just leave people to do what you think is right.
Yeah, sure.
When you leave them to do whatever they think is right, these are some of the things that will happen. And especially in this modern day and age, obi betimi afani phone. Now why impersonate with simple crime. And you want to leave everything by chance and leave things and say, you should see that I am minding my own business. So keep quiet. People will not do that. Some people already now we shall baby on Kasana Kano. A man for the within edges cow baby. So how much more can Sema a big goofy? And you want to come and respond, and you respond on other people's pages.
I want to believe that maybe for her own page, they think having an association with that particular issue, it is not something they want to do. That's why they would not even put this one there.
They are not treating
that you guys who are saying it, this is for you. We are still doing what we are supposed to do.
They are not treating Mona For Real as an individual. You saw Company Limited. They are treating Mona For Real as a brand. As a corporate entity. Corporate entities don't talk on people's platforms.
Corporate entities don't fornicate.
They don't communicate through other people's platforms and term them as official. They do things on their own. They communicate through their own channels. So people, whatever rumor that they see. So if tomorrow, Mona For Real comes to say, oh, it is true, whatever rumors that you are hearing is true about me, then what will happen to this press statement? Wouldn't it have been so like Emma for to see say okay whether press statement we can it is just about a head doing a video. Oh, I am okay. I have not been jailed for 10 years. Forget about what you are hearing on her official page. Asa,
that will do otherwise.
Asa, you give them who now lead the conversation. You don't just leave it because you think people should do the right thing. Then you don't even care about it. It's that make us say I don't want to call them on serious because I just want to believe maybe obi na atnase and out of one maybe sympathy be and empathy be or more we cookies idea we just to maybe do a certain damage control. But some crofo ku be netna se pa de ho kan yeti bom yesi 2 hairs are better than one. Na ya kan yeti abom pa na ya de ade we abeto dia. I will be highly disappointed.
Well, Thank you so much, guys. Kobe Josvan is here, and Tim Dodo Solomon is here, same as Roland Amate. And Showbiz Daily is still being supported by Tap Send. Get an app on your phone, key in your details, and start sending money to Ghana with ease. Remember, you're also going to get some 1 or 2 into your account if you do it with a promo code SammyFlex. Those from USA will get $10 into the account. Those from Europe and London will get some €5 and £10 into the account. Rush now, get the app, tap send, and start sending money to your beloved family members here in Ghana. And again, let's also say thanks to Bet Winner. Everybody is betting on their favorite team. People are making money from their favorite teams. How about you? What are you waiting for? Look sharp and get the app of BetWinner on your phone right now. Get SammyFlex as your promo code and start enjoying some big odds. They have the highest odds. They pay so soon. So what you have to do is to get the app now. You can also bet on their website. That is www.betwinnergh.com. betwinnergh.com. Try it today. Make some money, and if you wire me small after making the money, why not? I will say thank you and chop the money as well. So do quick and go register now. Get the app on your phone. That is BetWinnerGH. Everybody is say again.
.com.gh.
Which one?
betwinner.com.gh.
Their website. Yes.
Okay.
betwinner.com.gh. You have to just look sharp and make some money now, because I want you to be rich. That is trust your team first. This is not for people who are under 18 years, remember, and always know that this has also been verified and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Now, the next thing I want us to do is to say big ups to King Sark. Sarkodie has done this and it needs commendation. When I got information that he was playing his show with the Composers Band, I actually thought it was going to be some one-day concert of a sort, because we only saw a 5th match being advertised. But fortunately, unfortunately, the show happened and they were able to do another show the next day, like back to back. We all saw only the 5th match being advertised, but the information we got was that when they activated their ticket online, that is their online sales, we saw that people bought the ticket and they were overwhelmed with the numbers they got. Because of that, they promised another show the next day, and really and truly, they did it. And once again, they have been able to fill the space again for the 2nd time. That is the venue called here in Alternate in London, 2,000 capacity hall. They have been able to do it today and tomorrow, making it 4,000 in all. Now, how was the feeling after Sarkodie did that? Let's go catch the video from London, the way the team members were so happy, because to me, this is a record information in Ghana's music industry. Unless maybe Roland, who has been following events, tells me, oh, in 2020 or in 2021, in 1920, someone did it. Played a show abroad, a Ghanaian artist, failed first day, failed second day. But apart from that, if nobody comes out to say it has happened before, then this is a record Sarkodie is holding. No matter how big this platform or the venue looks, he has been able to do it a back and a back. Let's go catch how the feeling was there. And when I come back, we will open up the conversation and ask my people what they also think about this feat from King Sark. Watch it. I'll be right back.
Give it up. Do we have my brother DJ Abranti in the building, please? Please give it up. Do we have my brother DJ Abranti in the building, please? Please. Abranti saw me one time and said, Sarkodie, I love you. You're doing great shows, but I think we have to do proper venues. Let's rep the country well. Abranti brought me and composers together for the first time, and it was on his birthday. And we did the O2 Indigo. Abranti told me straight to my face, Sarkodie, you can do it. I didn't believe in it. And he said, trust me, you are a star, we're going to make this happen. And today we are here. Abranti, I want to say thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Amazing show, amazing show, brother. Amazing show, brother. Thank you. Loved it, man. Loved it, man. Loved it. Bro. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for King Sarkodie. Come on, my jigger. That was an amazing show, bro. That was an amazing show, brother. What? What?
So once again, congratulations to King Sark and the Success Music team. This is unprecedented, if you ask me. Like I'm saying, I'm still waiting for that name of somebody who has done something before. Maybe they even advertised their 2 days and they were able to do it back and back. Maybe they advertised it. Or if no one has done it, then let's give the flowers to Sarkodie without any issues at all. Ro, you have been doing events. Take me through it. What do you also think about what he has done?
Party in the Park is a day event, right?
Yes, Party in the Park has been day event. I think even this year they've announced their date. Is it 18th July or something like that? Oh, okay. Yeah, they've announced their date for this year.
Well, Brass, I mean, this is beautiful. First of all, I would say congratulations to Sarkodie and the organizers of this event. This is, in fact, say me who we know the first thing that came to mind was when Sarkodie granted an interview and was complaining, said we need some people like in our space out there so they can help them also achieve some of these feats. So the moment I saw this, I was like, wow. Right after releasing tickets for the first day event, we released it under 30 minutes, the ticket was sold out.
Under 30 minutes?
30 minutes. The ticket was sold out. And
I see. For all levels.
The first
VIP.
The ticket was completely sold out. I'm on the postie and he said the demands were so high, so he still has to open it up. But the way I'm better second day will determine whether they are going to do it or maybe they will push it days ahead into another date. And I know say for them to have done this before mobile first day in the crown, they realized essentially the second
tickets were good,
were sold out, and that is why we even saw news of people even at the gate, or even on the first day now more So it is beautiful. In fact, like you said, I mean, I don't know why I have a feeling some of our OGs will come and say they've done it. I have a feeling like
it's not about coming to say it though.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
When we say it, prove it.
Not long ago, when we were having conversation about which of our Ghanaian artists have sold out the Indigo O2 Arena, so many people came, and when we were doing it, internet was not there. There was no social media. There was not this. There was not that. I'm not even a video of Ochame Kwame and then Ashaiman popped up, and they were performing at the Indigo O2. That one self is just a snippet. I pop you up online. When you ask them where evidence be apart from some video evidence be they will tell you no. But then I know, or I have a feeling, when we check some of the exploits of the people who probably tour Europe a lot or abroad a lot, they can tell you say probably they've been able to do a back-to-back. But if a no man publicize it, like they just did it and kept it maybe under their shelves, or they would come and give us that old story, that same story of when we did it, there was no social media, there was not this, there was not that. But on records as it stands, Sarkodie is the only artist that has sold out an auditorium back-to-back. Played a double show. He headlined it and played it back-to-back, first day, second day, just like Wizkid has done.
Yeah.
Fancy Gadam has done it. No, he said he's about to do it at the Bukum Boxing Arena. He also wants to do it at the Bukum Boxing Arena. So far, it is good. This is a culture that I believe we should move from, because when it comes to selling the Indigo O2 or the not so huge, not up to the 20,000 auditorium, most of our people have done it. And sometimes I wonder why we still can't push for the bigger ones. And for Sarkodie to have done back-to-back, this is an attempt.
The Cambo 4,000.
And American, yes, and American. So this is
the bigger one is 20,000.
And America say this is just an attempt to prove a statement. Say this is what we've been able to do, even in our little corner. We've been able to gather 4,000. So maybe with a little more resources and some few connect, if you come, probably we can elevate our numbers to that 20,000 that we all wish for. So this looks good. Just like Shatta Wale selling out the Accra Sports Stadium, on the medical selling out 40,000. And Kobia, nobody would attempt. So now, if an investor is going to Shatta Wale and medical for another feat of that nature, they wouldn't be so scared because these people have been able to attempt it.
They've done it before.
Yes, they've made that statement. So it is good. Congratulations to Sarkodie.
Okay, Kobe, come through from there.
Wow, I think uncle from Omoboy Juma. Me who say I am a fair.
Of course.
I'm always happy seeing those stuff because there was a time when a presenter or a pundit was saying, say, Ghanaian musicians should go and...
A new pundit?
No.
I want to know whether it's a new pundit.
Fishes. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
Can't say before I say Ghanaian musicians will get that bigger audience. No.
Oh yeah. I remember. And very old, very old pundit.
And I think wait yes. Brass and wait yes. I'm called from Omoboy Juma kum. So first of all, I'll say big ups to Sarkodie.
Okay.
And his team and I mean everybody who was around to support this thing. But there's one thing too, Brass. I mean, seeing one artist, I mean, jumping from one stage to the other. We saw the likes of King Promise and the likes. I mean, they were support, Camido, more by ebe support. And Stonebwoy programs, so I saw Bisakede there to also join him.
No, for Bisa, they were part of that bill.
Okay.
No, it wasn't a Stonebwoy headline.
Headline, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he headlined it, but there were other musicians.
No, he was not even the headline.
Well.
No, he was not the headline because there was a Sammy on it,
yes,
a Bisakede on it, Oforian Ponsa on it. But Sarkodie's one, he was the headline, and all the other guys came to support because nobody was advertised. Yes, it was Sarkodie and composers and friends, like you are saying.
So, like to say, when I see it like this, I become happy because anytime I keep on saying, say, we have the talent, we have everything to benchmark when it comes to back with the Nigerians. But the only thing is the support. And when I see it like this, manage it. And Sark once in an interview spoke about this ecosystem, and I saw him introducing a brand here, which is part of the whole thing that he's talking about. So he's acting based on what he said, and it's quite lovely. I mean, good news for the industry. So big ups to him.
Okay, thank you. Chamo, speak finally on this.
This is good one. This is good one coming from Sarkodie. I mean, but one thing that we shouldn't take our eyes or our ears out from is the business part of it. I think now they are finding a way to market it better than they used to.
Okay.
And they are getting results. So I think they can even do bigger than what they did.
Okay.
Just that the message this time around went out well. They put it at the point that they will have something tangible to tell people, like the independence.
And it was an independence concert, yes.
So I think they are doing the right thing now. They are more business minded now than they used to be. Because I disagree with anybody who says support your own. You don't just support your own like that. No. Give them something for them to enjoy and they will come. That support your own thing. When you give it to them, people will not support you anyway. No matter what. Just give that person, the same person who will not support you from their own free will. When you give them something to enjoy it, they will come and enjoy. And then give you money, then the original support will come in. Support me, make I support you. That's how it is. It's not free like that. You don't just say it in a vacuum. Support your own. And then you go and sit somewhere waiting for people to come for your show. No. Market it to them. Give them reason to come. Tell them that they will enjoy when they come. Or they might even make friends there. Something. And this time around, I think it went so well. That's why they got the people. And whoever did this, like the marketing guys or the people behind the scene making things work right now, I think they can do better. They can even go for a bigger auditorium and things will go well. So kudos to Sarkodie and the team who made sure that this thing happened. I would say they should do their thing.
Should this push us to go to the bigger one like Roland was saying?
Well, if those people are ready, they have done it. I mean, the Sarkodie guys, those who did the Sarkodie organization, I think they can. I would trust them to do something better, like, but not because Sarkodie has done it. So another person should go for a bigger auditorium. No, I will advise that.
Or maybe the Sarkodie himself.
Yes, the Sarkodie and the team who did this one, whatever that they did, which is working now, they can replicate it or they can double it and see what will happen. And they will have,
or they can make this an annual concert.
Yeah. And with time they can grow the numbers. I mean, now this time around the message was more about the Ghana independence and the celebration. So what can they do to get other people also having interest to come? That's the most difficult job. But if they can do that, they will do it.
You see, he did one recently with R2Bs
in America,
and that wasn't as huge as what we are seeing this time. So you should this clearly
remember that capacity.
No, I would have to check, but I'm not sure it will be up to
1,000 something.
Yes, it will be up to this one. But then, like Chemo was saying, this was pinned on a certain message, which is the independence. So maybe if you want to make this annual, then you have to they can find a way around it and just elevate it up to that level.
So they have done well. We should just say that they have done well and they should do more. Yeah.
Well, big ups to King Sack once again. This is a beautiful thing. These are the things we love to see as industry people. So let's see more of that. Now to the very last story for the day. This story is actually one that I have spoken about as well, and I want to get the opinion of my people here in the studio. Last Sunday, Ghana observed once again what has been termed as the President's Cup. It is a football match between some top teams in Ghana to be part of the independence celebration that we have been doing here in Ghana for the past years. And anytime it is the President's Cup, top teams, like not budget, not new teams, like solid teams, great teams, two of them come together to play, and the president awards them, giving them money, trophies, and medals. This time around, it was between Accra Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko. And according to records, Accra Hearts of Oak seems to be leading most of these tournaments.
They have been the presidential cup.
I'm a bomb, and that is what phobia, the best. Now, what happened was that they struggled to get the stadium filled. That is the conversation. They struggled to get the stadium filled. That, according to even information from a blogger who was at the stadium, the president had to order security people to open up the stadium for free for spectators to just come inside so they will get the numbers. Even after that, they still couldn't fill the stadium. Meanwhile, some few months ago, it took some two young boys, or maybe some two adults, two young men, to fill the Accra Sports Stadium just within some days of publicity. So I'm asking that, now that we have seen what football could do, and we have seen what music could do, if given the priority that among or between these two, let's push one area, which one should we do? And I know this is a very sensitive area. Yeah, very sensitive, because we know in Ghana how football has been chopping all the money, how they get all the good money that the economy brings to us. We pump into them millions of dollars to go play tournaments outside of Ghana. And the president inclusive this time around, Munko Fele Accra Sports Stadium, here we know fail. Meanwhile, Shatta Wale Medical, within some few days, an announcement on CTV, Class Showbiz, and with the help of their fans and their management team, poof, the place was filled. What does this tell us? Let's go to the Accra Sports Stadium, go check some of the happenings there. And when I come back, we also go check the stadium, how it happened there, and we wrap up the conversation here on this note. I'll be back.
Double line. Slow. Double up. Move. Come back.
Well, so that was from the Accra Sports Stadium. So the same Accra Sports Stadium, like I mentioned earlier, Shatta Wale Medical also came together. And within some few days, let's look at what they were able to do. Look at this. This is not maybe any crusade or anything. No. This is a match. This is a match of musicians. Shatta Wale versus Medical. And look at this. Look at the numbers. This is actually my video though. Video credit is Sammy Flex. When I saw it, the moment Shatta came, now I left the stage, went somewhere. Wow, look at this. It's so beautiful. Oh! David, Richard Jaisa. David, I wear a wrong picture.
Across your presidential.
No. We another match be. Maybe as I'm training be no more.
Presidential cup, brown so training here.
David Juba is VIP so anyama. Say popular standard.
VIP omo say. VIP say na koy.
Say Patrick say president in the entourage company they were enough to fill the VIP.
Eh? Oh, it is not true. It is not true. It is not true.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
So what does it mean? Where should we put our priorities? Ro, you went to events. Let's wrap up our time.
Misplaced priorities here. One of our topmost issues. Misplaced priorities. Year off. Even when you even check the sporting disciplines here, there are some disciplines that have proven time and over again. Some of the medals ever day year in year out. But Omokran in film. There's one guy be friend Bojo in Kegbe or a Paralympian. That's me. The guy in the ticket crown pot the Beko tournament.
Oh yeah, some of them have been calling me.
Tournament in Po. And the crown pot not long ago we heard there was one beer almost called Nigeria. Our more bampa or Togo border. And I'm asking myself, okay, these are people who are bringing in medals. So if we say and yet your priorities in your misplaced, how do we saying? And our football in this country has always been about the national team, and that's all. That is the senior national team, the men's team. Asa, they are calling now Mongalawi. Because if say presidential cup, something that is even associated with the celebration of Ghana's independence, and the president's name is on it. And our currency besides Sikasen Yedisi friends cathedral. And we are giving
but what could be some of the factors? Low publicity, the teams losing their fans, because this is Kotoko and Hearts we are talking about. They are the teams with the biggest fan supporters here.
It is the whole football fraternity that has lost its love. Not only with Kotoko and Hearts. You see, other teams.
I'm sure Mr. Easy will be disappointed though.
Oh, other teams, maybe if has Olida maybe Olympics, they would probably gather a better crowd than even this. But it is just about amount for elusu laugh, even presidential cup ne cry omohi. President then that's when they cry omohi. And we are one. And others have also lost love for the whole football fraternity. Because most of the things they feel are not being done right. And coupled with even the economic mismanagement in our recent times. So it will be very difficult for me, Senka, almost to me record half of even the stadium. And me, I would have been very surprised. Oh, Abasami, from the start of this season's Premier League, my follow most of the highlights or even the proceedings from none of the teams have been, apart from maybe away, you see those people, they don't have usually the big stadiums like the Cape Coast and the Accra Sports Stadium in Kumasi. They are able to get probably maybe some full stadium or half of the stadium because in Kofono, and most of them is not a ticketed event and yet ticketed match because the stadiums are easily accessed. And those are the things that they are doing. But when it comes to baby, our GG Gate Fit, say Accra Sports Stadium, Cape Coast, and all that, all those matches now more spaces where we now recording even a quarter of those stadiums there. Ever since this league started this season,
I see.
Recording.
And musicians were able to do it.
Oh yes.
So what does it mean? The government should start looking at their direction to support them in any way?
It is even the main reason why they had to call off or break the Premier League to release some of these facilities to musicians during December.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember someone said it. That they were not getting money to even maintain the place.
No.
But when they give it out to these facilities, at least they're able to charge some good money to do maintenance.
Exactly.
I think I heard that report on radio someday.
Which is why the football manages some of these facilities. Now, Charlie, the law for the football NTIC facilities when a crack of form. So if we don't release it out for some of these people, and those decisions pay you off big time. Because just look at the number of events at Accra Sports Stadium. Not only Shatta Wale Medical, but other events and they were able to gather money to even maintain. Because as it stands, Cape Coast and other stadiums have been closed down by CAF because they are not fit for now. They've set standards. Pitch in Rusa standard now. You know it will not be classified as suitable. Premier League, your friends say pitch. The Premier League. It's you know. Most of them have also been called off. So the only way they can maintain some of these facilities is to release it to the musicians for them to have their events so they can be able to maintain. So this is just a wake up. This is a wake up call to the football fraternity. Say whatever they are doing, if they think in their minds they are doing something right, this is the results.
I see. Come through. What we are also seeing from the Accra Sports Stadium, President's Cup, empty park. Shatta Wale Medical, full pack.
Sammy, I'm not surprised because football nankasa in Ghana is not attractive. Gone the olden days whereby people have the passion. Even when they don't have money, they want to go and do everything possible to get to the stadium. See anyhow.
I didn't hear.
GFA is part. A lot. GFE.
Sikadie.
And aside all that other factors simple. Players simple, they don't seem to be attractive. We share a Abrofon match the way they play their football. At least we are saying we can't compare ourselves to them. But for so many years, there are certain things you expect to say and you call share your matches I more go be when you go. Na yeah they are share. Boku me say referee akodiska. And sometimes we come musa kwa. Even some of the referees they are not being paid. Into married money into America then they already appointed by somebody.
Yeah, me trouble no back.
And secondly to a dean point that's no. It's a problem.
Which dean?
Oh, presidential cup. You know this country is all
but the same name has seen the stadium being filled. So why is it a problem now?
The president is not attractive.
Oh, how?
Which
president has been attractive? No president has ever been
necessarily,
but some are more attractive than others.
You see,
some are more attractive than others.
Yes, come and continue.
The same will be in a coin. Yeah, so it didn't also count, and the timing too is wrong. Even with the independence cry, a lot of people were having kind of back and forth. Because a year won't go full baby akumen. A year baby won't go full baby akumen. Because there are a lot of issues that we think need to be addressed. And looking at this, so I'm sure sir, if there were proper planning, good publicity about it, and there are a lot of things that we need to change, especially when it comes to the GFA. I think over the weekend, a chance to watch some video be about an individual or to me I put it up in a sport complex. And you can't be baby say you see baby World Cup baby AFCON baby dia didn't anything. And when you know factors because we can say oh na sika papa nimpon fa so amass why do I have to go and pay with my chicken chain coin and even for them to consume that money at the end of the day they won't achieve and then consider sika mpo that so 50,000
for a whole team.
A whole team.
The biggest, two of the biggest.
But this is someone's gift that he is giving you.
50,000.
It is someone's gift.
I mean, there's one thing that we need to consider. If it must be done, it must be done well. And we also is a clear indication say we should try and cite or focus some of our attention to the entertainment. Yeah, James said football is the only means to sell Ghana. The likes of Sarkodie London are representing Ghana there, or in the name of Ghana. And I'm sure football is who have Mama Ghana din akwa. The next thing to consider is what our entertainment. Because they are doing whatever that they have to do. Even so, the individual, they are able to pull these numbers. So I'm sure they should try and collaborate with these musicians and bring back the laugh. Imagine say Kotoko has mobile bobo, and you have the likes of Wendy Shatta, Wale performing. So these are some of the ways that you did to talk one, you did love nebeba. We playing the football now. You see that means to what? Send the information outside there. I mean, letting them know so it is not all hope and all loss. We can still do it better. And it's not just saying it, but they should act what they are saying. We want to do this. The next moment, let's see this. But yes, time you'll be saying, say we'll be doing this. We want to do this. But at the end of the day, so these are some of the factors that we need to consider. And this is part your football and
because why is it? Well, this is really a sad case. Chabo, wrap up for us. Let's close.
Issues in the doors, but I think they say it's just getting worse. It's like
getting worse.
Or more money getting to the point after I said to the point of no return. But factors are Emmanuel Stadium maybe be this time around. I followed football for so long, but you can't mention one name in our league now. But some time ago, ne a dozen. Obibeka or call Park Akore Samokwi, or call Park Akore Stephen Odru, or Akore Dombote, or Akore Ishmaelado, or Akore Samir J. But at this time around, Boba Akudi, Kofi Kuda.
And I said, I'm who's here say Olympics are for Japan play.
And the problem is from the fact that those who are playing the Premier League now, you into Moka ye, it's half 50,000 on better say One have 100 cedis no be benya. Obede wa kofi mpo.
Ba mu ye kakra 50,000 mu ye. And 5,000 no.
Na oh na team you know.
Preparation
preparation. Now you are playing your league already. Now
training. That hotel.
Ball league did that. We have a between me amount 50,000 now.
It's an extra cost.
And you know when I eba ye be free players to the camp. Ye be feed you
But they are already at camp.
No.
I don't play in the league.
No. Say league no say omo breaki.
No, but as it stands, they are playing the league.
They are playing
the
league.
They are playing the league.
But the point is, say special tournament be basana. Omo by enke extra cost.
Yes. Tournament there one playoff match.
Well, anyway, but Sikana involved in a premiership now. It's so low, say even edi mepe country a omo need din kra omo to Ghana players like Libya for kra ntokwezi on Ghana player yetumi be to Ghana player Sudan
sisi abo omo no so Ghana
omo tumi be to player ebe to player Ghana say onko say onko boss Sudanese league like can you imagine UAE ho mukoya player bi o ha otimi nya cause montum bom go ti aba na abeto abon so Cristiano Ronaldo akwaje o music card ne na moyi like anything no ye league nim no obi a ayese owo potential so be a good player bia embobi who show any like little potential say you are a good player na UAE for abeto
as a brain edra akoko bia kese
yes entino league na mu no ye ni player papa bia wo no ye one obe tena o say me pese me kohwe za player we as it used to be eno no kwachiri no those who are running the football now no the football people no oma ya ama as omo hu yo bia World Cup here koyi and it's a Blaster management member $10,000 each after 1 week or so. And to anybody play football said they're crying now. And he said, I didn't know me cried made them a bread. And then the other kill BBI international football and so. They say you are competing with Premiership, Premier League, England Premier League. You are competing with La Liga. You are competing with a whole lot. In Tunisia or the Babashe Kotokoni
has Sunday, no. That was when we came from Shatta video shoot. So we went down there to go and buy drinks. Whilst we were there, we had people shouting, could you see Hasashe? You want to say, go say, Jamamatica, you appear to be says, internet,
now Liverpool Manchester United game is competing with Kotoko has. And Oshe, the air course to ya beto munyina ko UAE ya. If you are a football fan.
So does it mean now our musicians have that attraction power more than our football?
I would say that. A lot.
Individuals no.
Yes, a lot. Say the same individuals and say footballers and you woman bo party say they can the same thing happen. Obo or stadium or body na ko. Kotoko wo player ba ku bi Steve Odro team no wan no team no enu nti na wako because obehu say what team obi anwan obi.
They had some big club Nana Odi
Nana Hindia like there were so many like na we mu bakwa new one like generation bia you get people in there amount for ball mu din akwohwe ball because Nana Obonipa
that guy
at that time no
Nana Obonipa
there was a fetish priest bia na friend Nana Obonipa ena ahindua nso so de Nana ahindua na ye bo kotoko bo match bia o shegu na omani age enti oboa omo se o shegu ena omo connected din na na oboa ni pa ahindua just a match bia o be shegu amaye ni age enti oboa people had a way to connect with even what is happening in our society but this time around nothing and the problem ni dey so ena politics near there san bishim Nana Junso are disappointing the public ye body say presidential capua because Nana didn't cry home and the problem need the eso but the nkebet me ama aboa kakra ne say football is a kabebem UAE for ne Kyrgyzstan for ne sa oh my baby I am mobile honey to me better to players in this Sudan money Tanzania money to talk Ghana players Libya and the talk Ghana players Enkoye because obi onimboka kotoko player bia or starting say or say go back you know or we nya show potential and say oh potential no cry you we show signs say you could be a good player pet no Omaba beto
for the past 5-6 years
and
no best player in the Premier League has been able to play 2 seasons in the Premier League. No best player in the Premier Ghana Obowi Ojewi Oko now you dem
because ye nti omoka yo ebiti 200 cedis so 200 cedis a month ebi no okra na ye momu koko enenum ne akase later no be nya hode abobo ne akase later ebeti awka
they just say it's your cry
it's like Premiership yombo or the Oberian and say no nya enti
na president grab my 50,000 now you guys want to belittle it
but enu nyina na tese M1
they are not smart share there's something
there is something
that is happening in like Nancy one as a Ghana ye hu one say elsewhere they've seen say Charlie collaboration ya dia eboa Emma fraternity be stronger
sure
inti ene yes yo ye bo basketball musicians embe to them half time they are connecting music fans to the sports fans and ye bo if American football musicians and just because they just want to entertain themselves
and the President Cup they couldn't think about something like that.
It's no hot
baby I fine baby I fine let me say thanks to Kobe Jos Van. He has joined us and I believe that from time to time you guys will be seeing him here. Welcome him, don't give it to him welcome be kind to him, welcome him warmly.
So he should be ready. You should also tell him to be ready.
Okay. Kobe, don't mind them, we know how to handle them. Let me also say thanks to Intimdo de Solomon, Chemo, Roland Amate, to Digital Rasta Currency on camera, S.FLEX, editor, director of the show. And you, if you loved this and you also have something to say, put down your comment. Remember to also subscribe to our channel. Thanks to those who have subscribed already and share the link. This is the home of quality showbiz information. My name remains S.FLEX. I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.